Welcome back, everyone, to the After the Blog podcast. As always, I'm your host, Rod Trent. I've written a couple blogs about Microsoft Security Copilot recently in an effort to help get ahead of the general release and help prepare all of you who are interested in this upcoming product. After attending Microsoft Ignite 2023 last week, I have real evidence that there is real excitement about this product. You could see it in people's faces, talking with them in person. And I should note, if you didn't attend in person this year, you should plan to next year. Microsoft Ignite is back. We did some things this year to ensure that the technical aspects are there and the ability to connect with people. It was a wonderful event in person. If you can't, I completely understand, but if at all possible, please try to attend in person for the next event. All right. Attendance for the demo for Microsoft Security Copilot was actually in overflow. I couldn't believe it. People were everywhere just to get a small glimpse of a 15-minute demo. And then talking with attendees, they felt that we were actually witnessing a birth of something versus just another new product release. And I guess I sort of feel that same way too. So I want to spend this episode just to highlight the announcements for Microsoft Security Copilot at Microsoft Ignite 2023 and supply you all with a quick summary because, sometimes it's hard to sift through all the content that gets thrown at you by Microsoft and others. So, Security Copilot is coming. Or rather, maybe it's called Copilot for Security or whatever it gets rebranded to before it's available to the general public. If you watched Microsoft Ignite announcements last week, you saw even Windows Copilot is now Copilot in Windows. So there's in things, there's for things, who knows, right? At Microsoft, rebranding is always in a state of flux. So for those listening in and already starting to scratch their heads in wonder, let's start with this. What exactly is Microsoft Security Copilot? What is this hotness that everyone is talking about? Microsoft Security Copilot is an AI-powered security solution that helps security professionals protect the organization's assets using guidance that's informed by 65 trillion daily signals and security-specific capabilities from Microsoft. In other words, it's a chat GPT type interface that has been developed specifically for security purposes. The huge value here is the mass quantity of knowledge that it has access to through tomes of Microsoft's security evidence. So it works with other Microsoft security products to synthesize data, surface those cyber threats, and address the risks. You can use natural language queries to ask Security Copilot questions and get actionable responses. You can ask Security Copilot for a KQL query, for example, and get a pretty good response. Security Copilot can help you with incident response, security posture management, security reporting, and tons more. And as time goes on, and we see new capabilities added at breakneck speed, Microsoft Security Copilot enables organizations to connect third-party data sources to it too. For example, my good friends at Tanium showcased their work integrating their products into Security Copilot last week. There's huge value in doing that. Tanium gets immediate access to those trillions of signals or that threat intelligence, right? So it provides additional value to their own products. Security Copilot comes in two flavors. It can be accessed through a standalone portal or by being embedded as an embedded experience in other Microsoft security products. So it will exist in a couple different locations. So let's jump into a quick summary of what was announced about Microsoft Security Copilot at Microsoft Ignite 2023. First off, Security Copilot will use data from Microsoft Purview. This feature will help data security admins measure and track when users request assistance for Copilot for Microsoft 365 and see the list of assets that were affected when responding to the request. Secondly, Security Copilot will use data from Microsoft Entra. So this feature will help identity management admins investigate identity risks and troubleshoot daily identity tasks using the natural language queries, and then in response, get risk summaries, remediation steps, and guidance. Next, Security Copilot will use data from Microsoft Intune. So this feature will help device management admins generate device policies, simulate their outcomes, gather device information, and configure devices with best practices using Copilot. Next, Security Copilot will use data from Microsoft Communication Compliance. So this is interesting. This feature will help compliance admins simplify communication policy matches, offer contextual summaries, conversation evaluation, risk network identification, and intelligence triage, all using Copilot. And then Security Copilot will use data from Microsoft Defender for Cloud. Okay, so new skills for posture management will help simplify external attack surface risk management and enable security admins to manage cloud security posture more efficiently. Also, security admins can quickly discover potential attack paths using the natural language queries, get mitigation guidance for proactive prevention of threats, and then also receive automatic notification for those resource owners. And then finally, which is super exciting, Security Copilot is now also embedded in the unified SIEM plus XDR user experience. Unified SIEM plus XDR. What does that sound like? If you missed it last week, Microsoft Sentinel is now being integrated. It's in public preview. Will be released probably within the next few months and available to everyone. Microsoft Sentinel is now integrated into the Defender portal. So you'll have access to all the products in one spot. Even larger consolidation effort that has been ongoing. But Security Copilot will now also be integrated into that UI and be able to be used from there. So this feature will help security analysts accelerate incident response with guided investigation, rapid aggregation of evidence, and advanced capabilities such as malware analysis using Copilot. So all good stuff, right? To get started with Security Copilot now, I can just hear the questions already. You need to follow these steps. First, obviously, Microsoft Security Copilot is still in the early access program. So you need an early access program pass for Microsoft Security Copilot. You need to contact your Microsoft rep to ask about that. All right, this is an invite-only paid program that gives you access to Security Copilot before the general release, obviously. Next, and you'll get instructions for this after you enable Security Copilot, you need to onboard Security Copilot by assigning roles, confirming your geography, and choosing data sharing options. Also, as a requirement, you need to have Microsoft Entra ID P1 or P2 and Microsoft Defender for Endpoint P2 licenses deployed already in your environment. Okay? All right. That's it from me for this episode. Thanks, everyone. I'll leave some links for additional learning in the show notes. Have a great day, an awesome week, super holiday season, and I'll talk to you again soon.